What's going on, everybody? This is the Retarded Show. Um, I changed the name of my podcast once again. Um, I it didn't seem like it was working, and I had some other interactions, and some people said it was kind of like misleading. Um, which I was kind of afraid of, like a pop culture thing, and I don't really. I mean, my last episode was kind of focused on pop culture, but it's not really what my thing is. It's whatever, right? So then I had a individual who's trying to sell me on marketing, for my thing. Oh man, come on, if you let me do this and then I can, up your game, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Which, it's fine. I mean, it comes with the territory, or goes without saying, or whatever. But I told the guy, and I've said it before, I'm like, dude, the microphone is my therapy. That's it. That's all I do. It's just for me to kind of get some stuff out and whatever. So after after I had that little interaction, that's why I was kind of like, well, maybe that's what I should do with my podcast. Just call it like, mic therapy or whatever, this and that. So I played around with some ideas. So now it is called Mic Check Medicine. So it's, my medicine, my mental medicine, microphone check. Made a little logo and stuff. So I don't know. See how that goes. Yeah, I don't know. I just made a podcast yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. God, glasses are dirty. And where I recorded a reaction sort of like video for my podcast, but it's not for the podcast. It was just went to Rumble. It's just a video I did of this new shooter for Trump. I didn't record a podcast for it because I didn't think about it. I was just worried about the video. And it was just my initial, there's another shooter? Is it, again, why I called myself the objective jerk was, because I don't try not to jump to conclusions and this and that. And this one, everybody on the last assassination attempt were like, oh my God, it was staged, it was fake. Dude, you can't, no, that just, for you to suggest that is just not genuine. This one, has a little more possibility for that, but I still don't think that happened. But anyway, so here I am recording another thing, changing my name again. I don't know. There's a method to my madness, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so that's kind of what's going on as far as that goes. But thanks for tuning in. So there was. I haven't checked within the last hour or two, but the last thing I heard, the guy was caught. And actually, dang, I should double check to see if there's any other news. But I was sitting there thinking I wonder if this guy's going to make it, If he ends up dying, like hanging himself in jail or gets killed somehow or whatever, then I'm like, oh man, is this guy another patsy? Like, was he really set up? I don't know, because when you look at, I hate to have that the conspiracy whatever, and I don't think it was necessarily. I think this guy legitimately was trying to go after Trump based off that video and kind of some of the stuff, but he might have made that video and then he got contacted by, because the thing is that, which I didn't know when I responded to that video, but Trump playing golf was not like publicized. Like, nobody knew about it. So only like inner circle people knew. So that makes you think that this guy was another Manchurian candidate, like the last guy, on reserve, psycho enough. He'll, hey, we're the government, we're gonna hook you up. You're gonna be a hero. We'll call you. You know what I mean? Just like Born Identity, kind of. And they helped him set it up. They told him where to go. And, he got shot at and he took off. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, there's a few possibilities, I guess. I mean, could it have been staged on Trump's side? Yeah, of course. I mean, this one, like I said, this one could fall into that category, I guess you could say. The one at the rally, there's no way you can stage that. You just can't. So just shut up. But this one could have been. But again, when you look at everything, it's the same stuff, dude. What happened last time? Trump was winning. He had a debate with Biden. Biden sucked. Biden's numbers went down. Trump's numbers went up. Then there was assassination attempt, the one at the rally. Then they magically switched Harris in to, instead of Biden, who's not capable of running again for president, but he's capable to continue his presidency right now, which seems kind of weird. You would think like he would just be removed and she would be the president because she's vice president. They would just move her in and she would swear and become president. But then they couldn't be like, oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think like why. It wouldn't work because all they do is lie and talk about I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, So she can't do that if she's actually president. She's got to like dangle it. Look at what I'll give you if you vote for me. But they won't do shit. She doesn't do shit. She's a horrible person. But, so then now they have the debate. And in the debate, I didn't watch it live. I saw some, highlights and stuff. But yeah, the moderators were just, dude, he was debating 3 people. It was ridiculous. She's talking about there's nobody deployed, and yet there was at least 2 things that me as a layman idiot know that was bullshit lie that she should have gotten fact checked on, and I'm sure there's many more, but no, all they did is, they're trying to go after Trump. So then they have the debate, and they see it didn't work. Trump is still, she didn't get no nudge. Maybe even Trump's getting a little better numbers. So then here we go. Oh, let's try and do another one again. Okay. Another assassination attempt. It's like, it's insane. It's crazy. Look at all the crap. That's the thing, is that I don't understand how people, they think like, oh, we're getting rid of evil. It's like, well, are you? Who's the evil one that's doing all the illegal stuff, trying to murder, trying to lie and manipulate? And then you have the other side. It's just the majority, the people. It's like, let us vote. Let people vote. And they don't get that. They just think because the media has sit there and brainwashed the liberals into thinking he's Hitler. And they're just like, oh, what, and that's what they're doing. And then you got like the animal thing, which I have acquaintances that are like, oh my gosh, it's just more BS. No, it's fact that Haitian immigrants are eating ducks and, some fowl and whatever, this and that. That's a fact. There's pictures, there's 911 calls, there's, people talking about it at like, city meetings, like, community meetings or whatever. As far as people, going in and like stealing people's pets and eating them, no, I'm sure that's exaggerated. Are some dogs or cats being eaten? Probably, but the evidence is just showing like, geese and ducks and everything like that. And then when you point that out to people on the left, they're like, well, you guys hunt that, so what's the big deal? It's like, your reasoning or your mentality is just insane. First of all, people that hunt ducks and geese and whatever, they get licenses. and you can only do it during certain times of the year, hunting seasons. And you're only allowed to get so many, and you know what I mean. It doesn't matter. People just going around eating. Like, how does that make you think that, oh, it's not a big deal, or it's okay, or whatever? Like, I don't get it. The liberal is, I don't know. They're getting more and more insane, but people are starting to notice it though, so it's good. People see it. That's why Trump is winning, and that's why they're trying to take him out. So I don't know. It's crazy. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of curious to see. I knew someone would try it again, and you know what? I bet you it'll happen again. They'll try and do it again. Probably even while he's president, they're gonna try and they figure maybe Vance would be. Who knows? What if Vance is actually like, a ploy? Not a ploy, but that's he's put it, because he was kind of a weird choice when he picked him for vice president. I was like, well, really? What? That's kind of strange. But I mean, I guess there's reasoning to it, political reasoning, and he, figure that some of the battleground states that Trump has to gain, that JD Vance can help, but still, it's like, it's just kind of crazy. I hope Trump doesn't suddenly die while in office, and then JD Vance is actually a rhino or something. Jeez. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, I guess you can, but it's crazy that all these crazy conspiracy, thriller movie stuff, it's like it's all happening in real time, and it's like, wow. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about that. Let's see what's going on with me. What else is hopefully I'm done changing the name of my podcast. Let me know. Oh, excuse me. Let me know what you like better. I know it's a little confusing now, but so Objective Jerk, which I'm still kind of keeping that name in a sense, or Mic Check Medicine. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that's just encompasses what I'm doing. And that's kind of how I look at it, is I'm venting out. I'm using my microphone as a therapist. And that's kind of it. I don't know. So here we go. Here we are. Anyway. So a while back, let me end this on a little lighter note, I guess. So I had a cat that for a little while, she was like a stray cat a year and a half ago, that just kind of wandered. She was little and she was looking for help, and she had a funky tail, and so we had her for a while. My plan was to get her fixed, but she got pregnant. She had a litter of kittens, and we were finding homes for the kittens, and I was going to keep her because she was a good cat. She was a good hunter, but she did not get along with the dogs at all. I mean, my dogs, if a stray cat comes in our yard, my dog gets it and kills it. So someone might be thinking, well, why would you have a cat? Well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't planning on having cats. But I mean, they're stray cats are everywhere here. Mice and rats are here. I bought those little plug-in kind of, what do you call it? Pest control. They give off sonar or whatever. And so instead of using chemicals and mouse traps and all that kind of stuff, it's supposed to kind of deter insects and rodents. It says it takes about 2 to 3 weeks before it really works. Yeah, I don't know. I still see some ants. It's kind of hard to, I don't know. Well, the proof will be in the pudding, right? I haven't seen it yet, but anyway, and I told myself if it doesn't work, then we'd have to get a cat, because we've already seen some mice in the house a little bit here and there. But anyway, so was driving on one of this like back highway the other day, and I was just driving, doing my thing, And then suddenly I could see in the corner of my eye on the very edge of the road, like right on the white solid line on the side, it looked like a chipmunk. And I was like, what is that? Because they don't have chipmunks here. So I was like, and then right before I passed it, I could see it was a tiny, like tabby looking orange kitten. But it was just sitting right there like, man, it's about to get ran over. Little thing. And so I'm like, I don't want to get a cat. I don't want to have a cat. But it's like, I couldn't just let it stay there, Damn it. But, so I stopped, turned around, and I was like, if it's still alive, I'll take it home and whatever. So, because it was like right on the edge, there's still cars going. So I was like, man, I hope I don't get there and see it get ran over right before I get there. It's not funny, but Anyway, so I was able to grab it. Tiny thing. Like, 2-3 weeks old, maybe. Really, really small. Eyes were completely gunked up. The teardrop, ducts were like gunked up. Couldn't see. One was like, eye was like filled with the gunk. It looked like it had, a massive knot in its eye or whatever. So took it home, cleaned its eyes. The one eye opened, and then it actually opened up, and like a lot of the pus came out of the one eye, so it was good. And so now I have a little kitten in a box in my room, and I'm just cleaning its face every day, giving it some, animal cat medicine like vitamins, feeding it, and that's kind of it right now. So I'm like, crap. I mean, it's, looking, I might have to get a cat anyway, but still, I wasn't prepared to have a cat just yet. It's like I got my dogs, and they're kind of enough. Speaking of which, I gotta make their food here after this, but I don't know. So my plan is, because it just seemed like we've had a few different cats, but they got killed or let so when I first moved here, I had a cat that was in the market. It was a kitten. Took it home, raised it. He was our cat. He was pretty cool. I named him Goober. But he just disappeared. So I think I didn't get him fixed yet. So I think he went out prowling and got killed or something. Who knows? So the second cat I got was an orange one, a lot like the one I have now, except it was a male. And the same kind of thing. He disappeared. So I'm like, crap. I was like, can't. So I'm like, all right. So, and then with this guy, so at this time we had him, and then there was the stray butch cat that kept visiting the house. And at the time, our little dirty kitchen, like our outdoor kitchen, which is basically our kitchen, they had no door on it because we had to remove the small door to do some stuff, and I hadn't added anything. So, cats could come and go. But we had it's hard to explain, but now we have, it's closed off and everything. But at the time, this cat would come in and, so I would leave some cat food for it or whatever. And he was but he was like a stray, but he was like just, he looked like you would see an old lion on the prairie, just. And I was really close to getting him fixed and just keeping him, adopting him. But I was afraid of, getting him neutered and then he was going to run off. But it shouldn't have mattered. I should have just done it because there's so many stray cats around. But I think something happened to him because all of a sudden he just stopped showing up. So this was at that time is when this little black kitten showed up, and then so I had her, and then, but she was. The animals here are different than in the States. They're a lot closer. They're the cats you have in the States. If you were to do like Ancestry.com for your cats, right? The nearest relative that was actually a wild cat, not a stray, but a wild cat, was generations ago, 100 years ago or whatever. The cats here are a lot closer to wild cats. In the States, most cats are domesticated for the most part. Here, they're straight up wild. So it's a little different trying to figure them out, and they're not like the last cat I had. She was really weird. Like I'd have a thing set for her to eat food, but it's like she didn't know to go. I don't know. I had like a designated food receptacle for her, but she's like, it was like it's in her DNA to just see me, meow, 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 want to eat. And I'm like, dude, there's food right here. And I'd have to bring her there and show her, and oh, okay, and then she'll eat it. So it's really kind of strange. Um, but she did not, was trying to get her to get used to the dogs. And I was afraid she was going to get killed. So we gave her to someone else. I hope she's all right, but I don't know. It was kind of, okay. And then so we got rid of her. And then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to have any cats. Just, we got the dogs. We can't have cats with the dogs, even though, I mean, the dogs are basically outside most of the time, except during the full-on heat of the summer. Then I let them in the house to get, into the AC when I have it on. But so that was my kind of plan. But then, like I said, I got that pest control stuff, and I'm like, I'm not sure if it's working. And then we got a mouse coming in now, so I'm like, of course. And the last cat I had, she was a good hunter, man. She did her job, though, that's for sure. So anyway, long story short, I got another cat, or it's a kitten. Trying to take care of it and see how it goes. But my plan is to, because it was always having a hard time timing, like it was like when the cat was of age. And then it's like, okay, I need to take her to the vet to get fixed. But then like the vet's not there, or I don't have the money for it. I'm like, okay, next week or whatever. And then it was always like, then all of a sudden she was in heat and she was gone. She'd get pregnant or whatever, this and that. It was just like, I just could not, because I couldn't keep her inside. Especially when she was in heat, she'd find a way to get out. Anyway, so now my plan is I'm going to go to the local vet. I'm going to pay for a cat to be spayed and pay for it right there, get a receipt. So then as soon as this cat is old enough to be fixed, I'm going to take her in, get fixed, and then hopefully that's it. She stays in the house. She, doesn't go into heat and try and run off, do whatever, and she just chills in the house, lives a good life, and killing mice. That's what I'm hoping. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about the cats, about the shooter, about the name of my podcast now. Mike Check Medicine. I don't know. Is anybody listening to this? No. Anyway, all right. Thanks for listening. God bless, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye. Hey, do me a favor, and however you're either listening or watching this, please give it a like or subscribe or follow or whatever, and then do me another favor and give me a little comment. Let me know what you think, or just a thumbs up, I guess. Whatever, it all helps. I appreciate it, and have a good one.